Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing Tropical Easy Locations, a requested map by M. Barrick, who is also the creator of this map. Now, we are doing a 3-minute time limit. And hopefully, we're able to figure out exactly where we are, but at this point, I don't really feel like we're in a tropical area. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong, which is 100% the fucking case, because when I think of tropical, I think of, like, beaches and palm trees and, I don't know, warm environments, and this feels like we're not. Now, our map is kind of centered around Australia. I don't know if that's always the case, mainly because I don't fucking pay attention. That's great, ain't it? But we're going to do what we can to figure out where we are, when we are, and how we are. Because all three of those are apparently incredibly important. But for now, it's just getting off this dirt road. That's what it comes down to. We got no language. We do have telephone poles. I can't get anything off of them. I'm not Doc. I'm not the telephone master. They don't look like a lot of telephone poles I think I'd assume they were. Now, if we're going with tropical, right, we're probably going to be between the two tropics, which is the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn. What is that, 23.5 degrees north and south of the equator? I don't know the exact marking because it's not listed on the Google Maps. But I know the general region, right? So we're looking at the middle of the world. You know, the band that goes all the way around. The sun does appear to be to our north, so that does put us in the southern hemisphere. Could we, with the dirt roads, be in the Philippines? Okay, I could see the Philippines, I could see Indonesia, perhaps even Malaysia. It's hard to tell if we're on the left or the right-hand side, mainly because we haven't seen another vehicle yet. But these telephone poles, man, they don't really feel like that area. It also feels rather cold, because we do have some birch trees, but then we have these, like, willow trees right after it. And some evergreens? God, man, what the fuck does that mean? South America, maybe? We do have a first look at a sign. It says 1 lane in English. There's a yield sign. Yo, what? Would this be Australia, New Zealand, then? Yeah, I can see it being in Australia, New Zealand. Let's go out on the eastern coast of Australia. No apparent reason. I have no reason to guess pretty much anywhere. Here's our first look at a road, the Elysium Gardens and Nursery. I don't know if I would consider Australia to be tropical. It does end up being Tasmania, which maybe it's tropical. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand what tropical means. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I feel like tropical is more like south. Like a little bit of Florida, right? All these islands out here, tropical. I don't know the climate over here, but if these are vacationing islands for Europe, they're probably tropical. You know what's not tropical? Iceland. Or the UK. Or Ireland. Maybe Tasmania fits into that. I feel like a lot of these islands out here would have been a little bit better. Probably even in the Indian Ocean. I can see Madagascar being probably classified as tropical. These islands probably. It's tough. It's tough to determine climate from a distance when you've never been to some of these places. And then we do get a photosphere. So, photospheres are tough. Mainly because there's a lot of information you could try and get. That looks like the flag of the United States. I don't know this flag right here. But the fact that there's the flag of the United States means we're probably going to be in an island involving the United States. So we got what? Guam, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, Hawaii. I don't know any other islands really that the United States has any control of. The U.S. Virgin, but I think there are palm trees. So this is definitely going to be a little bit more tropical than Tasmania. Fuck. If only we knew this flag right here. It doesn't look like Hawaii, right? So we cross Hawaii off the list. I don't know what Guam's flag is. I don't know American Samoa's flag. Oh, fuck me. And I don't know the U.S. Virgin Islands flag. I don't know those 3 flags. I do know it's not Puerto Rico's flag, though. So, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, off the list. We still have the option of U.S. Virgin over here. Or 10,000 fucking miles away, we have Guam, and then we have American Samoa. What do we do? What do we fucking do? We can't move. The sun appears to kind of be to our south, but, like, it's also to our north. So that would put us in the southern hemisphere, and the only thing in the southern hemisphere is American Samoa. Maybe we just do it. Maybe we just go for it. American Samoa? But then we're relying on a photosphere to tell us that this is facing the right direction. They're not always right. They're not. Do we trust it? We can also look at the name, Newton Langedrick. I can't pronounce last names, guys. Trust me. Even people I know, half their names I can't pronounce. I don't know, man. I feel like that USA flag mixed in with whatever the fuck that's supposed to be is what we're supposed to use to figure out where we are. We got nothing. I'm gonna go with American Samoa. We're not gonna find anything else. And it ends up being the Marshall Islands. At Yelang. They have a Dave & Buster's here. And a Pizza Hut, so they must have enough business to demand those. Which means the sun was wrong. Or we were very close to the equator. Doesn't matter. We might have done better with Guam. Another photosphere. We do have a wrecked boat. Probably from a storm. Again, a little bit more on the tropical side. We do have coconuts on palm trees. We do have a lot of vessels out here, and I can't tell if these are all wrecked. This looks wrecked. This looks wrecked. So it's probably a reef out here that a lot of these boats are crashing on. These look like sandbags to stop water from flooding. That's it. We got nothing. Looks like Latin characters, which of course makes sense. Sun's pretty much directly overhead. Black license plates. I'm not too familiar with black license plates. God, man. I feel like if we were able to move, it would be a little bit easier. But we all know how great I am at non-moving challenges. It's like, if we're 7 normally, when it comes to non-moving, we're like a 1.5. The fact that we can't move definitely sucks. I feel again that this is the Pacific. I know it's not Tuvalu. I know it's not our boy. Do we go Tokelau? I don't know. I feel like we need an island and not an atoll. Baker Island? That's real small fuck. Same with Howland. I don't know where to guess, man. I don't. Compass tells us we're looking north. Maybe we just do it. Maybe we just fucking do it. I have no reason to guess anywhere. And it does end up being Bariki, which I didn't want to guess because I said I didn't want to guess an atoll. But we actually get decent score on it. End up being 433 miles off, which isn't bad at all. But let's continue on and hopefully we can find some things. Underwater Earth. Now, we have seen Underwater Earth in a few places around the world, mainly because of the amount of times we played it. I always do love being able to go here. The issue is, unless you're able to look at this reef and go, oh, I know that reef, I've been here before, you don't know where you are. We do know Underwater Earth has covered Bermuda. They've also covered out here. So does that help us? Not really. Kind of looks like tropical fish. I don't really know too much about fish and where fish go. That looks like dory, which would be Pacific. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you don't find these out in the Atlantic, although I already told you I don't know anything about fish, besides what I have in my fish tank, and that's fresh water. So, I'm not too familiar with anything salt. Some interesting looking fish. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't tell you what they are. They're interesting looking. Maybe we'll find some octopus or something. Yeah, cool looking fish. Fuck, man. I think we're gonna go off the coast of New Caledonia. I don't know if New Caledonia actually has coverage. Although maybe Fraser Island is the better thing over by the Coral Sea. That could be a play. But I don't know where we are. We found another diver. That's it. Imagine being the guy down here taking the pictures. And you're just like taking pictures normally, right? And then you turn around and it's just a fucking shark following you. Would you freak the fuck out? You would. And it ends up being off the coast of American Samoa, over by the Rose Atoll, which I don't think I've ever heard of the Rose Atoll before. And to really no surprise there. I think Scribbles is going to walk away with this one. And then we do get basically Seagull Island. Now, it's not the Seagull Island we're accustomed to, which I believe is the Midway Atoll. We can go to the Eastern Island though, but if you end up over here on the Sand Island, all you see are fucking seagulls everywhere. We are heading west, which should show us another island. We don't see it. Could that put us up here? Or over here? Let's try heading east. Gosh, man. Just a deserted island in the middle of the Pacific. That's what it comes down to. Lots of birds. If you're afraid of birds, which I actually know somebody who's afraid of birds, you don't want to come here. The other issue is, if you think birds are run by the government to... Oh wait, we were going east and it already ended. And now we're going west. What? We're probably not on this island. We're probably not. There are people who think that the birds are controlled by the government to... I don't fucking know. To spy on their people. I think it's specifically pigeons. I could be wrong about that. Where they believe, these conspiracy theorists... I love conspiracy theorists. Don't get me wrong. These conspiracy theorists believe that all birds are robotic and developed by the government to spy on their people. And the fact that we're all in quarantine right now, this is part of it. Is because the government needed to recharge and replace the majority of their bird spies. Yeah, man, some of these conspiracy theorists out there, a little bit nuts. But I do enjoy reading what they think is going on in the world, because it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. But yeah, we got nothing on this island, really. We might have a really good guess, though, because the shape of the island kind of feels like a green island. So I'm just going to guess it. And we're about 4,000 fucking... almost 5,000 kilometers off. We're back on the Rose Atoll. So... Cool. 3,564 points. We're all kind of in the Pacific. Is that where there's only tropical locations? No. So either we got a bad seed or this is intended to only be in the Pacific. Not great. It looks like the highest score is under 10,000, so Scribble's walking away at 8460. Simp 94 at 64. Taurus in third at 47. We came in fourth at 35. Benedict Schwanker in fifth at almost 2,000, followed by Carl's at sixth. Dude, this was not easy. It looks like we have the bug again, where it just shows my icon, which is a shame. Bose in seventh at 1525. Oh no, it only shows my icon if you don't have an icon. And it looks like they actually updated this icon. So Wolf Trekker's in 8th at 961. Sunwo Kim at 665. 59 at 517. And then Cedric Tiger at 485. Definitely on the tougher side of things. I feel like less photospheres would make it more viable. I also feel like any source of clues, because we're ending up on islands that are uninhabited, right? The only thing that's going to be on those islands are going to be birds, maybe some lizards, you know, nothing like human activity anywhere. So the better islands are going to be easy to figure out. And maybe we got unlucky. Maybe we got a tough seed. Or maybe it was intended to be that way. Tasmania is probably the only one we were going to be able to figure out was actually Tasmania. And we ended up in the middle of a farm, and it took us 2 minutes and 50 seconds to get out. So it could have just been a poor location, or it might have been intended that way. But we do have to do a pro league today, and that is the Quarantine Madness, so we're going to continue on with that. If you guys have not done this league yet, now's your chance to pause the video, take 5 to 10 minutes to play it, come back and watch what we do. We played a famous world yesterday, and we bitched and complained. We hated it. Where did we end up? We ended up in 58th. Why did we end up in 58th? Because some of the locations in that game fucking sucked. Alright? Full disclosure, trash. But we did go up from 23rd to 21st, which means one of two things. Well, it means one thing. A lot of people didn't play that league, which means we were able to move up in the leaderboards. Because we did not do good yesterday. We did not. I don't know what to expect from today. I'd like to go into these blind. I don't like to know what map we're playing. I don't know anything about this. I don't even know who's going to make it most of the time. If it's a map that I recognize, a diverse world, a balanced world, a famous world, world cities, I'll know who made it. If it's dams of the world or covered bridges, I got nothing for you. Regional archetypes, which I feel like is keyword for biomes. Now, we are allowed to move in this. We are allowed to pan. We are allowed to zoom. For some reason, I want to say that this is going to be Russia. So I'm looking for Cyrillic, and that's not Cyrillic. And that's not Cyrillic. So welcome to Terminillo, and it's in English, Spanish, German, and that. Whatever that is. I believe we do have EU-style plates. Does that put us in Switzerland? Oh, fuck. Because then we have the English, we have the Spanish. Maybe this is Andorra? But then what's with the fucking German? Fuck, man. Fuck. I don't know. And it ends up being the middle of fucking Italy. Why was there what I'm going to call German, English, and Spanish, with, I guess, the top one being Italian, in the middle of Italy? In the middle. It's not like we were near, like, a border. The middle of Italy. I'm just going to be confused. Right-hand side, sun to our south, northern hemisphere. Maybe we can get away with a Taiwan guess here, or South Korea. Fuck. I would love to find a sign that has language on it. We don't have much time, so we can't really stop and just stare at things. I want to say this is going to be an Asian country. I do. I really do. I got nothing. We got white divided lines. We got right-hand side. We have the sun to our south. So it's the northern hemisphere for sure. Is this going to be Europe? Maybe. Do I want it to be Europe? No. It's not going to be. Okay, so we have a .com. That's the flag of Italy. We're in Italy again? Really? 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 This does not feel like fucking Italy. Not one fucking bit. Can't even see the double blue license plates. What the fuck? What the fuck? And it ends up being North Italy. We're ending up 18 miles off, which, not bad. Not a bad guess. But what the fuck? 2 in Italy? Are they all going to be in Italy? Is that the fucking key? 5 fucking locations in Italy? Right-hand side, this is definitely not Italy. Chatuba. We have yellow divider line. Red license plates. That could put us in Bhutan. Could. Doesn't mean it's going to. Is this also red license plates? Doesn't look like it. That's a Volkswagen. We're in the southern hemisphere. Some to the north. We're in the northern hemisphere because I apparently suck at everything. Colombia? Maybe? Maybe? Fuck. Fuck. It's not Guatemala. We don't have a roof rack. Could it be Mexico? Yes. Could it be Ecuador? Probably. But we have nothing. We have what I thought was Spanish on a sign. That's it. That's what we got. We have a yellow divider line. That's definitely Spanish. It didn't look Portuguese. We have a church. Yeah, this is this general area. And it's being southern Brazil. Really? That was not Portuguese on that sign. I don't care what the fuck anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't see Portuguese on that fucking sign. Well, we suck. What a fucking surprise. Another yellow divider line, right hand side, because we saw the back of the car. What does that say? It doesn't really say anything. Fuck. We do have a sign here, though, which is in Spanish. It doesn't say Mexico. And we do have El Chalten. Fuck. I do think we're down here. But we got nothing else. We got really nothing else. I don't know where El Chalten is. We could do a quick little search, but we got 20 fucking seconds. I feel like if we had more time, we'd be better. Here's El Calfte. Here's El Chalten. So we're north of this a decent distance on 40, which we're on right now. I don't see Ruta anywhere. So maybe up here a little bit more? Ooh. It said it was fucking south of us. Fuck you. It said it was fucking south of us. It fucking said it was south of us. Fuck that location. We went the wrong one. I found El Chalten. We didn't find... Well, here's El Calafate, which we should have seen. But we went this way because we were like, oh, here's El Chalten. We went up. God fucking damn it. Well, we might be able to break 15,000. I feel like this is South America again. Where in South America? I don't fucking know. Clearly, because I can't even get any of those other ones where I know it's South America right. We have yellow divider line, sun to our north, so we're in the south. Chile? Peru? It's gotta be Peru because we have yellow divider line. Dude, what the fuck is this map? 2 Italy and then 3 South America? Did that say Spanish or English? Subject to flooding? Fuck me. Right? Suns to our... Fuck everything, man. I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care. This sucks. This fucking sucks. This is trash. Fuck this map. I hate it. We're out of time. It's probably the United States. Probably. It is the United States. It just ends up being fucking California. So, at least we moved our guest to fucking New Mexico, right? Not even getting 15,000. What the fuck? What the fuck was any of that? Right? Brazil not having Portuguese. I mean, clearly we just don't know the difference between Spanish and Portuguese. This sign saying that El Chalten was to our fucking south, when we're south of it, aka the compass is fucked, or that sign's fucked, and in the middle of a fucking desert in California. I can tell you right now, California has like 20 different unique regions, and I guarantee the map creator didn't put all those 20 regions. I guarantee fucking it. Italy, 2 locations in fucking Italy, guys. Fuck that. Fuck that. We're in 11th. We did this early, alright? We did this early. I'm fully expecting to drop out of the top 25. Mainly because, fuck that map. But, not much we can do about it. It looks like Roland, where did Roland screw up? It's not even showing us where Roland screwed up. There's where Roland screwed up. California. A little bit of Brazil, but California. Dude, what the fuck? Simi coming in 3rd right now. Clearly we're missing stuff. Clearly we are missing things. But that is going to be where we call it for the day. So thank you all so much for joining us. I really do hope you all enjoyed my wonderful complaining about pro leagues, because we seem to get screwed 95% of the time. And I think it's just because we just don't have that knowledge. We just don't have it. But that is it. So thank you all so much for joining us. We do have another video coming out tomorrow. as well as Sunday. So I do look forward to seeing you guys all here at 3 p.m. Eastern for both of those videos, as well as back to our normal schedule on Monday. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.